Okay, guys, time to start Music Festival CSS 5, Project 5 in Dreamweaver. Your client promotes a long-running music festival that takes place every year in California Desert. Your job is to finalize the existing pages in the site and add a simple form that users can use to submit to join the client's email list. Second, let's see what they want from the project meeting. The working files that we've seen so far are on the right track, but the page needs some fine tuning. We want a different feature image to appear behind the main content area on every page in the site. The images on the food pages aren't the same size. We need to be consistent so the pages don't look messy. Also, we need to be able to update the festival schedule page frequently. We do not have to deal with the whole site structure. Can you set up the site so we can edit one simple page and have our changes show up on the entire site? Finally, we want a form that the users can submit to get updates about the new vendors, performers, and so on. It doesn't need to be complicated, just a name and the email address, and we'd also like to know how users heard about the festival. Now, let's see what the basic stuff is. The basic site design has already been created using a Dreamweaver template and CSS styles. You need to modify the existing template and the CSS files where necessary to meet the client's first two goals. The third objective is fairly easy to accomplish using an iframe, which will feed one HTML page into another when a browser calls the containing page. You will, however, need to apply a couple of simple workarounds when it comes to formatting the elements that include the page. Our final goal is the form. Again, Dreamweaver makes this very simple to accomplish. This doesn't need to be a large form, and you can use it with built-in tools to create everything that you need. So that pretty much covers all the stuff that you would go through if you were at a meeting with the actual people. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to need the Voices student file, and I'm going to highly recommend that you drag it out to your desktop so you do not damage the original files if for some reason you need to start over. So what we are going to do first is create a new site. So we're going to go up to Site, Manage Sites, New Site. You're going to type in Voices. You're going to go to the folder icon. You are going to go find Voices on your desktop and select Folder and Save, and done. Oh, I've already got one, so anyway, because I did this, but I will call it Voices 1 just so there's not a conflict. And what will happen is all your files will come in under Files on the right-hand side. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is review existing site files. When you start any new project, especially one with the work that has been already done, you should begin by analyzing the existing files and then determine what work needs to be completed. You will then be better able to create a plan efficiently to accomplish the necessary work. So, okay, in the Files view over here on the right-hand side, I want you to open the template file and double-click on the Design DWT to bring it forward, and we're going to need it in regular design view at the top. And this site includes a number of pages that are based on this template. You should notice that there's only one editable area named main content. If we go into, well, you can see it right here, the main content, in which all page-specific text and images are to be placed. And you can only see this in design view. You cannot see it in live view. So if you are not in design view, please switch to design view up here. To complete this project, we're going to need to complete a number of tasks. We're going to add a page-specific background image to the main area of the page. We're going to format the content on individual pages to meet aesthetic requirements. We're going to link the performers file to the schedule page that appears on the site. And fourth, we are going to create a form that users can sign up and receive information via email. So the very first thing that we are going to work on is creating class selectors to place background images. Now we have more than one page, but having this built the correct way, we've got the same layout for every page. So this is kind of an interesting way they do it with class selectors, and I think you're going to really enjoy how it's done. Okay, with being in Design View, let's go over and click CSS Designer. And we're going to make sure that we are on the Style CSS, which is the style page for this website. And then what we are going to do is we are going to add a new selector. So click the plus button, and the very first selector that we are going, class selector that we are going to build, and remember classes start with periods, so we will start with a period. And these are all backgrounds, and so we're going to use BKG for background, and this one is going to be facts, and we're going to capitalize just the F in facts, like so, and hit enter. Make sure that the Show Set button is not checked, and then what we are going to do is click in Properties on the background. With background selected, we are going to go down to the background image, and we are going to search for a file. And in Images, under our Voices folder, we're going to double click and go into Backgrounds, and the background that we are going to choose is Background Facts, which is the first image. Click OK. The second thing that we need to do is underneath background size, we are going to use the cover selection. Okay, once we have done both of those, what we are going to do next is we are going to go down to the very bottom here. While selected, hang on a sec, I got to double check this. Okay, the next step is to make sure that it is at the bottom of the selector list, the BG Facts, which mine is. And what we are going to do is go over and click inside the main content area, and then down in Tag Selector, what we want to do is we want to select the image container element. So make sure that you are clicked on the image container element right here at the bottom in Tag Selectors. Once I have selected the image container element, in the Properties area down at the bottom, you will see a class, and all you need to do is go select in the drop-down box the background facts, and it will automatically put it in for you. At this point, once you have it already in, what you're going to do is you're going to Control S and update and save your work. Reminder that we are working in the template, so you're going to say update it, and then once you've done that, updated all the links, you're going to click close. The next step, of course, is to do a Control S to save your work. Now the cool thing is with the class selector that we created in the previous exercise, which defines the background image in the header element, we can apply different images using the same element on each page. All we have to do is define additional classes for them, and in essence basically do the exact same thing. So that is what we are going to work on next. So the first thing that we are going to need to do is click on Code, and you'll see that, yep, there is the section class with background facts, the name of the one that we have just completed. What we need to do at this point and scroll down to the bottom of the code. Okay, the one thing I had wrong is we need to be in the style CSS and scroll down to the bottom, which is where we did background facts, and you can see that right here. And what we are going to do is we're going to create some more of these, but using different things. But the easiest way to do this is to click and drag from line 187 to 190. So what we're going to do, I always do it from the bottom up, it doesn't matter how you do it, is you want to start right where the period is and end where the closing bracket is, highlight all of that, and we're going to do a Control C to copy. Then we are going to move to and click into line 191 and Control V to paste. So right now we've got a duplicate one, but what we are going to do is we're going to change that. So we are going to take background facts, highlight facts, and change it to food, like so. And then when we click inside of, we can highlight the backgrounds folder and right click. Oh, I think we have to delete this. Hold on. Backspace. Hold on. Okay, what we do is we highlight clear back and type U, which should open the URL, which I'm going to click on. And as soon as I click on it, it opens Browse. Once I'm in Browse, I can go back into Image, back into Backgrounds, and this time I am going to choose the food one and click OK. Once I have completely completed that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click line 194, hit enter, and at 195 I'm going to do another Control V, which, that didn't do it right. Okay, I'm going to undo that and copy the whole one again and do a Control C and a Control V. What I'm going to do here is change this one, the third one, to schedule. So type in schedule. And I need to spell it correctly. Then I'm going to go up here and once again go backwards, clear removing the URL, type U, select URL and browse again. This time I am going to find the schedule JPEG and click OK and put it in. Then I'm going to do it one more time. And paste. And this time I am going to change it to sign up. Once again, removing the full URL and typing in just you, selecting the URL, clicking browse, and this time I am getting the mailing one and clicking OK. Once I have done all of those, I am going to click Control S to save my work. Okay, that completes this section of the chapter. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will get your questions answered. I'm going to stop this video at this point and we will start the next one, which is make an editable attribute in a template next.